segment on our show, TV Treasures. In TV Treasures, we'll take a look at shows that were short-lived, but actually were pretty good. There can be a number of reasons that a particular show can end prematurely, like having too selective an audience, being ahead of its time, airing on Fox. The point is that these are hidden gems that sometimes get lost in the pile of TV history. I didn't know what I was going to debut this with for the longest time, but recent events made my decision for me. We lost a legend of comedy in November 2010 when Leslie Nielsen passed away. Some people might not know that Nielsen started out appearing in grim dramas and sci-fi like The Poseidon Adventure and Forbidden Planet. But then he got a role in a little movie called Airplane, and the rest is history.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
So to honor Mr. Nielsen, we're going to look back at the show that debuted his most famous character, Police Squad! Police Squad was created in 1982 by Jim Abrahams and David and Jerry Zucker, the producers of the Airplane movie. The show was meant as a parody of the grim police dramas that were popular in the 1950s. Basically, this was to Dragnet what Get Smart was to The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Having worked with Nielsen on the movie, Abrahams and the Zuckers saw him as the best man for their lead role of Frank Drebin.
My name is Sergeant Frank Drebin, Detective Lieutenant Police Squad, a special detail of the police department.
And what city are they the police squad of? Never said. Okay, I think it's actually called Statesville, but I'm guessing that the general idea is to help you imagine it to be the police squad of your own city. And yes, I know Statesville isn't that much more creative than Cityville, but again, this is supposed to be a parody. It's like the pointy-haired boss of police forces. The show's intro makes it clear that it is not meant to be taken seriously.
Police Squad, in color.
Oh, thank goodness, because we were tired of all those black and white shows of the early 80s.
So starring Alan North.
Ah, this is the Philadelphia Police Squad.
Hamilton as Abraham Lincoln.
A lot of people don't know that's what really happened. Lincoln did fight back against Booth, but he got hit by the second shooter from the grassy knoll.
Tonight's special guest star, Lorne Greene.
I think I can guess what was going on through his mind at the time. At least I'm not in Galactica 1980 anymore. And yes, they did hire a different special guest star for every episode just to be killed in the intro.
There'd been a recent wave of gorgeous fashion models found naked and unconscious in laundromats in the West Side. Unfortunately, I was assigned to investigate holdups at neighborhood credit unions. I was across town doing my laundry when I heard the call on the double killing.
According to her, the gunman shot the teller, she grabbed the gun and shot the hold-up man.
It's the same MO as the others.
We're dusting for prints now. Donut, Frank?
Yeah, thanks. Sounds like the judge was a target. What do we got on him?
Well, his name was J. Oliver Maxwell. He'd been on the bench for 25 years.
Another recurring role on the show is Olson in the crime lab, who also teaches kids in ways you won't get in today's schools.
This experiment will prove the Earth's gravity exerts the same pulling force on any object. The bowling ball weighs 10 pounds. Your next-door neighbor, Dr. Maurice Shanebaum, weighs 175 pounds. If you apply force to these molecules, their arrangement is altered, and the shape of the object is changed. Let's see what happens when we put Crying Judy in the trash compactor.
Remember when science teachers were fun? Until they loaded them all up with mood drugs like poor Mr. Fargus.
Watch carefully as I test fire this gun into these videotapes of Barbara Walters' interviews.
See, they already shot up all the tapes of the old Doctor Who episodes.
Did it, Captain? Not now, Norberg.
Wait, that's Nordberg?
How did he get tickets?
Nordberg.
It's like Harvey Dent syndrome in reverse. As you can see, this show was big on visual gags and puns.
Let me get this straight. Twice came in and shot the teller and Jim fell.
No, he only shot the teller, Jim Johnson. Fella's ill.
Okay, then after he shot the teller, you shot twice.
No, I only shot one.
Twice is the holdup man.
Then I guess I did shoot twice.
What? No, what's on second? Don't you start!
Is this some kind of bust?
Yes, it's very impressive, but we'd just like to ask a few questions. Get me Pete Prusing at homicide.
Right away, sir. Black and white is here.
Wow, they're just like Seitzer and Friedberg. If Seitzer and Friedberg had talent and knew what the hell they were doing! Clearly, the police squad doesn't go to Pep Boys.
Reenactment of a crime in this way can be a helpful tool in a criminal investigation.
Yeah, police work is a hazardous job, but at least the pension plan is mediocre.
Be seated. Court will come to order.
Gee, who knew they were in Harry Stone's court? Okay, that is just unbelievable! Their guns can't hold that many bullets! The stories and jokes were formulaic, but in a way that you could look forward to them. For example, Frank would always get information from his shoeshine boy, and he wasn't the only one to get information.
It's my pitching, Johnny. Do you think I need another starter?
The rigors of a full season on a four-man rotation are just too demanding.
Some kids on the show yesterday mentioned a new kind of music, ska.
Nothing but a modern offshoot of reggae.
Every episode had 2 titles.
Tonight's episode, The Broken Promise. A bird in the hand, terror in the neighborhood.
And every episode ended by parodying the old freeze frame ending. So that's Police Squad. It was witty, humorous, fresh for its time, and it lasted 6 episodes. ABC actually admitted they canceled this show because it relied too much on the audience needing to think. You know, Fox caught a lot of flack for how they treated Arrested Development, but at least that show got 3 years. However, the cancellation may have been a blessing in disguise. Abrahams and the Zuckers have since admitted that they were really running out of ideas, and the show's quality surely would have dropped quickly. So instead, we're left with this very brief series of classic comedy. And of course, Frank Drebin lived on in the Naked Gun movies. Meanwhile, the show is clearly too short to appear in reruns, so check out the DVD release if you can find a copy. It may be hard to find soon, as Nielsen's passing might turn it into a collector's item. So hats off and rest in peace, Leslie Nielsen. I hope you've enjoyed our first look into TV treasures, and we'll see you next time with some more bad stuff from the piles of TV trash.